Welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Kylie Syburg. I'm the Senior Design Director and Lead Designer on the Beauty and the Beige project. I'm here, I'm gonna give you a construction update. This is a working site, so as I mentioned, it's a construction update. So we've got trades here, we've got cabinets getting installed, the floors are getting grinded, all the things, everything's taped off to get painted, so we don't know what we're gonna run into today, but that makes it real and will be exciting for you guys to see. Also, one thing to mention, I'm officially back. No bump this time. So I'm so excited. This is one of my first big builds that I designed before I went on maternity leave, and now I'm back, so I can't wait to take you through. Starting in the entry of this beautiful home, it's about 6,500 square feet, and we designed this for a family. One thing our client absolutely loved was the entry at our Always on Vacay project. So we kind of needed to recreate that a little bit. She loved the big oversized mirror with the sconces, so we gave her her own little design of that. So on this big wall right here, we've got big arched mirror, 2 lantern sconces on either side, and then what's showing on our renders right now is actually a bench, but now that we've moved a little bit longer and we've designed the interiors on this, she's going with a console table right here. So that's just gonna mirror what's across from there really nicely. So let me take you into the dining room. The dining room over here, you will see, we just gotta talk about it first, these big, beautiful 3 arch doors. So one thing when we got the plans, this was just kind of an open niche for a wine wall. And a lot of times when we're in architectural review and we have the chance, we're like, we like this, but we can make it so much better. So what we did was, instead of leaving this just big open for wine, which still would have been beautiful, we decided to close this off and create 3 separate entrances into that wine area. So these are custom arch doors. I love that they're like 30 inches wide. So you've got these petite 15-inch doors, and you can access the entire back area through any of them. So we're gonna have wine fridge, beverage fridge, cabinetry in here, and then you've got these shelves that run across. So styling moment as well. Area for bar tools, wine, gonna be such a good entertaining spot. Another thing to note about this dining room is typically, you know, when we get these plans, our clients would want a nice long table seated with chairs. But a lot of times people don't use those formal dining spaces. So we were like, how can we change this so that you're actually going to use it? Our client loves to have her girlfriends over for a glass of wine, and she actually came to us with this, that she wanted a little spot that she could be in the area of the house, but still have some quiet time away. So we kind of separated this room into 2 little zones. So we actually moved the light fixture positioning over on this side, and we're doing a big round dining table over here with chairs around it. And then we've got a little more petite, intimate setting over here with 2 chairs, sconces on either side of these windows, or of the doors. And that just kind of gives 2 separate zones in this room for function, and also just makes it a little different. Now we are in the great room. I love this room so much because there's a lot of detail in here, and we went a little different than we typically do. So we've got a huge fireplace behind me. As you can see, this is getting cast with a more modern, traditional take. I know those are both 2 opposite words, but a little bit different of a surround than we would typically do in here. Got a little detail, but still keeping it clean in the modern lines. And then on either side, we've got these big, gorgeous white oak built-ins. I love that we went a little different over here. This is an 18-inch tall cabinet, and we got the integrated hardware. So just enough storage for what you need. You don't really typically store much in here, but we've got it. And then we kind of cased it so it's wrapped on the interior side as well as the shelving on the white oak. And then these are going to have LED lights that come down, so everything will shine within the shelving. And then also we've got integrated lighting through that panel up there. So those are gonna be some modern library sconces, which I'm super excited about. Then on the ceilings in here, one of my favorite things, we've got, this is hemlock. So hemlock TNG. This is getting stained to match the hand-hewn beams that are going in, and I'm so bummed we are here a day early because they are getting installed tomorrow, but I've seen the samples and I got to see all the actual sizes in person, and they're absolutely stunning. So they're hand-hewn finish, so they're a little more rustic than we typically do with a rough sawn, but it's gonna be so pretty and just bring this tall ceiling down and make this room feel super cozy and inviting. So now now we are in the kitchen. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is these clients are actually past clients. So we have designed for them before, which was actually really nice when we were designing for them now because we know them pretty well. So one thing in their current house, their kitchen is more of a galley style narrow kitchen. So when we designed this, we knew she wanted something completely different, lots more island seating, lots more storage, upper storage, just super functional and really built out. So that's what we gave her. We've got some cabinets going in, which is super exciting. Once the cabinets start going in, the house really does start to feel like a home. This is the kitchen run with the this is the sink run with the big, beautiful window. You'll probably notice this big open cavity. We are doing two huge 36-inch farmhouse sinks right next to each other. They're gonna be so, so, so nice. And it's gonna have an apron front running across. So looking at it from the kitchen, you're just gonna see this big, beautiful piece of stone and then so much function with the two sinks. Like, that's my dream. This is a big pass-through window as well, which is really exciting. This whole wall is getting white brick. And then let me take you over this way. Over here, we've got lots more built-out storage with these big, deep drawers. Because of the shape of this kitchen, it's actually not really symmetrical, so we kind of had to do a little finagling in the design. So this wasn't here on the architectural plans, but we did build out this corner so that we could make a little more symmetry on either side of the hood. So you'll see we have matching uppers on either side of the hood, and then right here to take up this open space, we've got this big, beautiful white oak armoire that's gonna be really set off on these accessible beige cabinets, and it's got an arch detail on the cabinet door. I just can't wait, it's gonna be so beautiful. Then over here on this hood, we've got this really small slope detail, which I just think is so pretty, and kind of a little more classic and timeless in the design. Island cabinets, we've got a really nice stain on the white oak, so you can see that wood grain coming through. And I just think it elevates the design with the painted cabinetry around, and then you've got the nice, beautiful wood grain island. It's gonna be so good. Now we are over in the primary suite. There's a lot happening over here. We actually have the doors being prepped to be painted. So sometimes the doors come unfinished or they come pre-finished, but these are from Sierra Pacific and they come unfinished so that we can pick the exact paint color that we want and make sure that they're good. This is going Black Beauty, our tried and true color. So we're gonna have that nice contrast against the white walls. Also, what's happening in here, there is a ginormous, beautiful fireplace. Who doesn't love a fireplace in their bedroom? This is getting a really beautiful custom lime wash finish. And then we're doing sort of a millwork treatment, so you'll have some dimension on the wall to add to the fireplace. And then on the floor, we're gonna have a flush hearth that is running within the wood flooring. So that's gonna be a really pretty transition of the quartz to the wood. So much goodness in here planned for the interiors. Our clients are past clients of ours, like I've mentioned, and they actually had a beautiful canopy bed in their last bedroom that we designed. So we said that has to come with us. This room with the vaulted ceilings, and it's gonna have beams on the ceiling, is just begging for a canopy bed, so it's great that they have one. Now we'll make our way into the primary bathroom. As you can see behind me, this is the showstopper in here. We have this stunning, huge arch window. This was not on the plans when we got it, but our client loves arches, and so when we were in the architectural design plan review, we said, let's change this window to a giant arch. So their bathtub's gonna be placed right in front of here, just such a moment. It brings in such beautiful natural light in here. So we've got accessible beige cabinetry. We went a little more traditional, or with a little more of this bead detail within the shaker on the cabinetry style in here. The rest of the house, we stayed pretty modern and clean, but we wanted something just a little more elevated in here. So we've got sink run on this side, and then another part that I love about this bathroom, we have the vanity over here. So this is for wifey to get ready at during the day. We've got this at bar height, and something that is really exciting is we're taking the stone, so it's gonna be integrated on the front of the apron, and then we've got this hidden drawer inside. So all her makeup and stuff will be wrapped in the stone. It's gonna be carried down onto the leg, waterfall off the side, so good. And then there's a big armoire that goes right here in white oak, and it's got like a little arch detail to play with the arched window. So love that for her. Then the shower, this is going to be a steam shower. So with a steam shower, we cannot do natural stone because the steam will cause it to yellow and crack and get damaged over time. So we chose to go with a porcelain because our client really loves the look of marble, but we couldn't get that. So this is a porcelain tile that we laid on all the walls. Then we've got this Solige beautiful mosaic on the floor and the ceiling that I absolutely die for. So this is gonna be a really nice steam shower, place to relax and get ready for the day. Now off the primary suite, we've got garage, which is the perfect place to stop for our mud lockers. These are nice, big, beautiful lockers with lots of storage. We've got drawers down here. We can put our shoes in, stone top, and then I think there's charging capabilities all inside of these as well. So great space to put your charging things, let them charge, do their thing. Then off this way, we've got the laundry room that I will take you in. I think we've got some cabinets being installed. So we are on a working site, like I've mentioned. So we've got cabinets going in. This is a smaller laundry room than we typically design, which honestly is great because sometimes these laundry rooms are humongous. So this is small but mighty. We jam-packed this. We've got mom drop zone, sink, dog crate area, utility closet, a dry away rack, and then a stackable washer and dryer. So we really made sure there was everything you could have in here while still being really beautiful and functional. Then I'll take you this way next to the laundry room. This is the office. So the man of the house, he wanted a really nice office. So while in here it seems white, we're going real dark. So we've got our cabinets in right here, big, beautiful built-in, lots of storage, very important for this specific client is lots of clothes storage. So you'll see we've got wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling built-in. One thing I'm obsessed and I cannot wait to see, we've got a skin piece going across the top of the cabinets, and then we've got 3 of these beautiful sconces that have a leather sort of shade coming off, and they've got this big arm. They're gonna be so good. And just, I love the leather against this blue. I believe that we didn't wrought iron in here on the paint color, but this whole room's gonna transform once it's all done. Now we are on the other side of the house. Our clients love to entertain, so they needed a fully jam-packed game room. So that is the room that we are currently in. Once you see this done, it's gonna look completely different. You can probably hear from the echo that it is a large room. So rather than it feel like a big white box, we're going with some paint, so we're gonna make it a big dark box. So all the walls in here are getting a color blocking treatment. So we're gonna take the wall treatment up about 3/4 of the way in one color, and then the rest of the half, and then the ceiling in another color. It's gonna be really pretty. The cabinets in here started going in. These are in a white oak. One thing I can probably show you, we've got this really pretty detail. This is actually the toe kick for all the cabinets. So just something small. If you can't do like a super detailed cabinet or you don't want to, that's a really good place to go a little more unique on the toe kick and just add a little more personality in your cabinetry without being super committing. So this wall right here, this was one thing, this changed a little bit over the process of the design. Hubby was like, I'm gonna need a big ass screen. So he's getting a big ass screen here. This is 120 inches of a giant screen. It can be split into 4 different quadrants. You can have all the games on, all the things, all the movies. So that's what's going right here. This changed a little bit throughout the design, but now this is where we've landed on. So ultimate entertaining space. We've got big, really nice, oversized U-shaped sectional. We're gonna have some games in here, space for drinking on this side. This is a totally usable bar that's gonna have an actual serving side. So you come in here, we've got sink, ice machine, wine fridge, and then our cabinets down here. We can make any drinks for you. These windows open up, and then that's also a pass-through out there. So indoor, outdoor, total entertaining space. It's gonna be really good. So at the end of this hallway, we have the kids' rumpus room. Our client fell in love with that at Kristen's house. So she wanted to make sure she had that. There's a boy and a girl that live here, so this is gonna be their shared space when their friends are over to hang out and just kind of chill and relax. Then I will take you through to the daughter's room. I had so much fun designing this room because I have a daughter of my own and I love to design a girly space. She is super girly, this little girl that's living in here. So let me just tell you, with the furnishings, it's gonna be very girly. We've got a wall treatment in here with a scallop detail. It's going very pink. She's got a little chandelier. I can't wait. One thing I'm also really excited about to show you is the bathroom. There's really not much to see here yet, but when it's all done, it's gonna be probably one of my favorite little girls' bathrooms that we've designed. Maybe not even little girls, probably maybe one of my favorite bathrooms we've ever designed before. So right now you'll see, not much to see, but there's going to be an arch that gets framed out over the tub. An arch over your tub, are you kidding? Like, she's 4 years old, I'm so obsessed with it. And then we're having the shower curtain gonna come back from that, or the shower curtain will come from behind the arch. It's gonna be so dreamy, so good. We have a custom floor lay with like a very light rosy pink and a very light concrete gray. So alternating in different sizes and different little stripe pattern. And that's gonna run from the floor up the apron of the bathtub. Then in here, also on her cabinetry, I just love the curved detail. And she's gonna actually have a little LED light up vanity mirror because her mom was like, she's so girly, she's gonna want that one day. So she'll be able to touch it, have different light zones. It's gonna be good to do her makeup. She's 4 years old, so she's not doing makeup anytime soon, but they plan to be in this house for a while. So when she's getting ready, it's gonna be so nice. Now over here is brother's room. So boy and a girl, this is gonna have a completely different identity. But one thing I'm really excited to show you is his bathroom. It's got beautiful natural light. And it's actually a little more farther along so you can see some of the finishes. But in here, we did this custom wall tile treatment. This is a great way to also make something feel super custom by just changing the color. So this is the same tile, but we took the bottom 2 rows in this really pretty like sagey green and then made the rest of it the white color, took it as a wainscot around the room, and then obviously carried it through to the shower. I just love that little footer. It looks so nice. Then the cabinets in here, this is getting a chunky countertop, so you'll see it kind of feels low, but we're gonna have a nice chunky countertop to bring it up to actual counter height. And then he's got lots of storage in these big drawers. Everything's taped off. I am probably gonna break something, so I'm not gonna touch anything, but super excited to see this design come together. So before I kick you out, I'll give you a little specs on the exterior. This stone is just like, speaking my love language. It's so pretty. We've got this on the exterior side. Our client wanted a little softer, so not a super stark white and not a super deep black. So some of the colors that we're using on the exterior are French canvas, taupe tone, and black fox. A really nice, subtle softness with still some contrast. This front door, so good, right? We've got the integrated front door within an arch, and then they wanted some privacy glass, so rather than like a rain glass or a seated glass, we went with the fluted glass, which I think just adds a little touch of luxe and something, just gives it a little something extra. So something I'm super excited about. So that's all I've got for you today. Can't wait until this project's a little further along or maybe even done to show you guys the rest on YouTube. But if you want to stay in the know, catch the behind the scenes as the project is farther along, make sure you follow us on Instagram. As I mentioned, this project is #BeautyInTheBeigeProj. You can follow on our personal, or my personal account at Miss Kylie Ray, and our brand account, THELIFESTYLEDCO. And we will catch you on the next one. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow for more videos on our YouTube channel.